Good morning. We are on day 3 of the 26 days of self love. I am so glad that you are back. I hope that with day 1, the 30-minute walk, and day 2, the intentional bath, has been absolutely a great start to this. And we will move on to day 3. So, again, I just really wanted to go over, what my hope is with this challenge. And again, I don't want to call it a challenge, so I don't know why that just came out of my mouth. But with the 26 days of self-love excursion, we'll call it, um, it's really about taking some of these habits and putting them in your day-to-day life, finding places where you can add these little things in your life. Now, some of them, like for instance, day 1 was a 30-minute walk. You might not be able to squeeze that in absolutely every single day, but I know you can find some ways to put in at least a 10-15 minute walk. An intentional bath, it's really not healthy to take one every day, but at least, once a month or once a week, set time aside and really, you know, get yourself in that pampering mode. So then today we're moving on to day 3, which is a gratitude mind dump. This is honestly one of the best ways you can propel any desire you have. Now, I know the point of this is just to cultivate self love. However, when you cultivate self love and you are in an accepting, understanding, loving place with yourself, do your desires come a lot more easier and natural to you. So, this is a very good mind shift perspective. Like I said, it's one of my favorite things to do. I would say do it when you first wake up. However, really anytime. I really hate saying there's only one specific right way to do something because that's not true. And where I might get more benefits of doing it in the morning, you may get more benefits of doing it right before you go to sleep or in the middle of the day during your lunch break. So you can really just cultivate that gratitude and be um, in a high vibey place. So, my wife and I, we personally do a gratitude mind dump essentially every morning, but we do it with each other. So, there's no right or wrong way to do this again, and I want you to do it in whatever way feels good for you. Me writing a gratitude mind dump every day doesn't necessarily make me feel great, or I feel like if I forget, I'm like, "Oh, shoot." And then I'm trying to scramble around the rest of my day trying to find the time to do it. So me personally, my wife and I, we have our morning tea every morning and we'll drink our herbal tea and we'll sit and talk about um 10 things we're grateful for. And we try to choose new things. I mean, ultimately, of course, we're grateful every day for waking up, so that's super common, but we try to choose new things and things that are actually happening. Or if we're calling something in, you know, call that in as well through our gratitude. So we say 10 things we're grateful for, and it really starts your day on just this high vibey habit, or end your day on this high vibey habit or in middle of your day. But whatever you're feeling in that moment, it's like no more because you'll just keep going in your mind. What am I grateful for? What am I grateful for? What am I grateful for? And you'll keep asking yourself, right? And just write for a few minutes or have a conversation for a few minutes about everything that you are grateful for. Um, I would say for the purpose of this today, go ahead and do it on paper. I'm going to, and just write for like 5-10 minutes straight. Everything you're grateful for. You don't have to write sentences. Do it to what feels good. But if you're like grateful for waking up, food, hot tea, the shower I had last night, the massage I got last night, the weed I smoked, the whatever it is, right? Or the fact that I got off work early, or the fact that I had time to even do this, or I'm grateful for this 26 days of self-love excursion. So just write and write and write until you just feel good about it. And then you're just this flowing ball of gratitude for the rest of the day. And it's like you woke up this morning. Did your kids wake up this morning? Did your parents? Are you breathing? Can you taste, smell? You know, you really want to think of the big things, but also the things that we just like don't even bat our eyes about, you know? Not everybody can see. There's a lot of people that are blind, and you have the privilege of using your eyes and seeing, whether you wear glasses or not. But like, what would you do if you couldn't see, right? So you really want to harness these feelings and know that gratitude is the easiest and fastest way to shift to creating a positive and healthy and happy life. So really ultimately through this challenge or through this day, you really don't want to be taking things for granted. um we can shift our focus to appreciate the positive aspects of our lives, and this is how we do it, with finding gratitude for the day to day. um and then until also you're grateful for what you have, you cannot get more, so you really have to find the gratitude in what you have, even if you're striving for more or better. So having gratitude does increase your happiness. It improves your mental health because you're not in victim mode. You're not looking at poor me and what you don't have. You're looking at what you do have. It helps cultivate stronger relationships because you are you're strengthening your connections with others because you appreciate them, right? Enhanced resilience. So through gratitude, it helps us develop resilience by focusing on what we have and not what we lack. So you're bouncing back from challenges way more easier. It helps with better physical health. I know you're like, "What? You're not doing anything." But it's linked to having improved sleep, reduced blood pressure, and a stronger immune system. Gratitude positively impacts your overall well being. It's not just, oh, it's good for my mental, perfect. No, this really can take you far if use gratitude day in and day out. I will say a really, really good book to get started if you are even like, where do I start? I feel like I'm grateful, but you're making it seem like I'm not, right? If you're like wondering, how grateful am I or how grateful can I be? Please go purchase a book called The Magic. It is by Rhonda Byrne. She's the one who created The Secret. Amazing book. It's actually similar to this. It's day by day, you do something every single day to harness gratitude. So, if you're looking for a next challenge to do after this one or excursion, excuse me, by the end of this excursion, I'm not going to say challenge anymore. That is my goal. But by the end of this, if you're like, wow, that was great, I want to do something else, do The Magic by Rhonda Byrne. The Magic. It's all about gratitude. So, yeah. Not only that, but it increases your empathy and kindness towards the world. It encourages you to recognize the kindness of others because you're grateful for their kindness. And then it inspires you to essentially pay it forward, fostering, just a more compassionate and empathetic mindset. It also helps with mindfulness and presence. You're not super focused on the past or super focused on the future when you're being grateful for what you currently have. So when you're in the present and when you practice gratitude, we're more aware of the present moment. And, we can really then fully appreciate that moment. So let's cultivate gratitude and reap these incredible benefits together because that's all that will happen from this. And, if you continue any practice, this would be one of the ones I would say, please continue this habit. Find a way to sneak this habit in before my wife and I. So we've been doing teas with our gratitudes for a little bit now. Um, Definitely, I'd say well over a month, a few months, maybe since we left Yellowstone, I would say we've been doing it this way. But before that, when I was a server and I would go to work, I would just, on my way to work, I would record myself in my car saying all my gratitudes, my 10 gratitudes every day or every morning. And that's how I started my morning, just going down the list. And if I skipped a day, the next day I would do double. So if I normally do 10, I do 20, or I do my hardest to just go, go, go until I can't anymore. So Gratitude is the easiest and fastest way to shift any vibration to high vibes, positivity, and those high frequencies so you can start calling in your desires. So, gratitude. I really hope that this has opened your eyes and, that you've gotten some real good pieces of information with this one. And I cannot wait to see y'all tomorrow. I love you so much.